Is there such a thing as toxic femininity? New moms can't do anything right according to certain other women. Like the level of shaming women go through if biology doesn't work and they stop producing milk is quite insane. There is nothing wrong with formula in general, though recalls may mean there are specific issues. Oh yeah, anybody who thinks everyone of a certain gender is a certain way, especially if every single one of them is viewed in a negative light, that's toxic. It's as ridiculous as saying everyone of the same skin color or nationality are all the same. I've also seen women who are incredibly cruel to other women, often far worse psychologically than abusive men. Toxic behavior can affect any gender. Following the same formula as toxic masculinity, we'd be looking for traditionally feminine tropes that women try and encourage in our culture, often to ludicrous over-the-top levels, that hurt everyone involved. That women should be some sort of high-maintenance beauty-obsessed model, and men should compete for them like they are a trophy. The idea that women have some sort of divine womanly Mother Earth energy, or that women are all queens, or have a secret psychic intuition. The idea that women should be protected and provided for rather than doing it themselves. The idea that it's morally more wrong to hurt women. All these things are already present in our society to some degree and a part of how we think of femininity that's already a bad thing. Reinforcing them, like they are just how the world is meant to be, is usually when we use the term toxic. Women who confuse deliberately feminism with misandry. Women who put other women down for anything about their life, body, choices, etc. in order to make themselves feel better. When girls criticize other girls for not being more traditionally feminine, teacher says act like a lady. Look up female dating strategy. The MLM boss babes are pretty damn toxic. But really, toxic femininity would be more like emotional manipulation, reputational damage, or using sex as a prize or punishment. I think so. Some of my friends can get their boyfriends to do things they don't really want to do. Nothing too deep though. Diet culture. A lot of those mom groups are toxic AF, and women get shamed for not breastfeeding or whatever. It usually goes like this: you are not a proper woman if you don't do X, or you are not a real mom if you didn't give vaginal birth without any meds, and of course body shaming and shaming other women for being too masculino and misandry. Covert narcissism. First, it probably helps to define what toxic masculinity is if we are going to compare it. It's gender norms around men that harm men if they think they must adhere to it. So stuff like men aren't allowed to show emotion, you're less of a man if your wife earns more than you, etc. So toxic femininity would be along the same lines. Gender norms about woman that HSRM woman. So things like a woman's place is in the home, girls can't do sports as that's a manly thing, etc. Contrary to what many think, it has nothing to do with shitty gender-based behavior towards the other gender. That's misogyny and misandry. If there is toxic masculinity, there is also toxic femininity. I don't do double standards, and there is plenty of toxic behavior that mostly women engage in. For the record, anything can be toxic if you're using it to manipulate, belittle, or otherwise hurt others. I'm a woman, and yes, women suck just as much as men can suck. TERF, trad wife influencers. That weird sprinkle dating advice. Yes, women will get berated for almost anything by other women, a.e. can't breastfeed, horrible makeup, the way a woman dresses or acts towards men. Women are super judgmental. Feminine energy, masculine energy contents. There is toxic everything.